Remember Obamacare? Supposed to bend the cost curve down? One of the reasons the Congressional Budget Office scored it so well is because they front-loaded all these kinds of things that were going to be expired down the road. Well, here's what the LA Times said, quote, "The health care tax credits are set to expire at the end of the year." Now, that was built into the law. Republicans had nothing to do with that. The expectation and the hope, of course, is that once people are on something, there'll be so much pressure to keep them on. Republicans will cave and will extend the tax credits, subsidies that were supposed to expire at this time. Okay? Now, just real quickly, there's no such thing as a free lunch. You can debate whether or not the subsidies and the credits should be extended or not, but it's not free. Taxpayers are paying for this. So rather than do what needs to be done, which is to make health care more competitive, it's a commodity. And the more competition, better quality, better prices, better accessibility, whether you're talking about health care or flat screen TVs or eggs. But Democrats believe health care, quote, is a right, and therefore half of our health care dollars are paid for by government, state and federal. The article points out the risks that they're running because Chuck Schumer has his worst approval numbers in his home state, New York, in over 20 years. He has the highest disapproval rating of any congressional leader, according to a recent Pew survey. And he was blasted by his own party back in March when he, quote unquote, caved to avoid a shutdown. So this is what's going on. And they just need to have, I think, 5 more Democrats to say, I'm not doing this, and then the shutdown is over. J.D. Vance, on the Democrats' claim that this goal is not for illegal aliens to get health care, number 22.
Mr. Vice President, one of the lies that continues to be told is that they're not giving funding to illegals' health care. Can you explain to our audience why that's not true?
Yeah, so this is a Democrat talking point. They say we're not actually trying to give health care benefits to illegal aliens, and here's why it's not true. There are 2 Biden-era programs that explicitly gave the taxpayer health care money to illegal aliens that we turned off when President Trump took over in January. Program number 1 is there's a lot of emergency health care at hospitals that are provided to illegal aliens. That was funded by the federal government. We turned off that funding because, of course, we want American citizens to benefit from those hospital services, not to be taxed and then to have those hospital services go to illegal aliens. The second of which is the Biden administration gave mass parole to millions upon millions of illegal aliens, and then they simultaneously made those parolees eligible for health care benefits funded by taxpayers. In the One Big Beautiful Bill, President Trump and congressional Republicans turned off that money to health care funding for illegal aliens. The Democrats want to turn it back on. And in their initial proposal, the first thing that they put out to reopen the government, they actually turned that money for health care benefits for illegal aliens back on. So it's not something that we made up. It's not a talking point. It is in the text of the bill that they initially gave to us to reopen the government. It's preposterous for them to run away from it now. But look, let's set that all to the side. Let's open up the government. Let's negotiate on all of these health care policy issues. Obviously, we're not going to support health care benefits for illegal aliens, but we will work with them to lower health care costs for American citizens if they're willing to do so.
Let's hear it again from Maxine Waters, shall we? Number 21.
Do Democrats want to prioritize the health care of illegal aliens over a government shutdown? Because if the government does shut down, American
Excuse me, stop it right there. We're not prioritizing. What we're doing is saying simply we want to keep the government open, and we want to work with the Republicans and have a bipartisan agreement to keep this government open, and health care is at the top of our agenda.
But aren't Democrats demanding health care for illegal aliens?
Democrats are demanding health care for everybody. We want to save lives. We want to make sure that health care is available to those who would die, but having the help of their government.
So you're good with the government shutdown, even if it means giving health care to people who aren't American citizens?
Well, that's what you're pushing on. What you're trying to do is you're standing here and you're trying to make me say that somehow we're going to put non-citizens over Americans. Quit it. Stop it. This is the kind of journalism we don't need.
No, I'm just
you're
asking
divisive.
questions.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no,
you're being divisive. No, please. You don't need to ask that question. You're just trying to get controversy here. You're not going to get it from me. We want to save health care for all people. Thank you.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Appreciate it.
She was asked explicitly about health care for illegal aliens, and she said, "We want health care for everybody." Now, what kind of everybody excludes illegal aliens?
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.